Hi, welcome back to Yoga with Mom. I'm Jen. It's great to see you again. I hope you've had a nice couple days since I've seen you, but welcome back. Let's go on and get started. So same as always, I want you to make sure you have a nice cozy chair and you're seated nice and comfortably on your chair, nice and steady so you can lift those arms and legs. Perfect. I hope you've had some water today, maybe had a bite to eat, but let's get started. So like always, we're gonna start by warming up our neck. So we're gonna bring our right ear to our right shoulder, taking a nice deep breath in, stretching that right ear towards that right shoulder, taking a nice deep breath in, and as I exhale, I'm gonna sit nice and straight up. Perfect. We're gonna bring the left ear to our left shoulder, remembering some nice deep breaths here. Fantastic. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, let's straighten back up. We're gonna bring that right ear back to our right shoulder. And I want you to stretch your left arm out and down towards the ground. So my right ear kisses my right shoulder. My left arm reaches and stretches away, gently pulling. You'll feel a nice stretch in that left side of your neck. And I want you to wiggle your fingers a little bit. Perfect. This is gonna help warm up some of those muscles, wake them all up in our arm. Very nice. And then as we keep our ear on our shoulder, I want you to slowly reach that arm up. Wiggling those fingers, keeping it going until we're reaching all the way straight up to the sky. Stretching, 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 and wiggling those fingers. You look great. Good job. Perfect. Keep stretching and wiggling. And then I want you to reach your arm over your head, keeping some wiggling going. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Really stretch, stretch, stretch. Take a nice deep breath in, getting a little bit taller. And as we exhale, we're gonna swing that arm gently back down to our left knee. Perfect. I'm gonna bring my left ear to my left shoulder, and I'm gonna stretch my right arm out and down. There we go. Start wriggling those fingers, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Really kiss that left ear to your left shoulder. And we're just gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And as we go, slowly floats up. Keep wiggling those fingers. We're gonna slowly float up until we're reaching all the way up into the sky. Really stretching tall, wiggling those fingers. We can't stop now, we look great. Keep going, wiggle, 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 and then slowly reach over your head towards your left shoulder. Wiggle, wiggle, stretching. You're doing great. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Let's bring our arm down to our lap. Sit up nice and tall. Really stretch. I want you to bring your shoulders up to your ears and then drop them down. Bring them onto your ears and down. Up to your ears and down to your ears and down. One more time, as strong as you can, up to the ears and down. Wonderful. Now I want you to shrug your shoulders, like, I don't know, nice big shrug. Shrug, shrug. We really want to keep shrugging and loosening up our shoulders. Everything gets stiff when we sit around too much, so it's nice to get some movement in our shoulders. You're doing great. Keep going. Just a couple more. And 2. And last one. Perfect. Now I want you just to wiggle a little side to side. Perfect. And we're just wiggling side to side, keeping our feet on the ground nice and planted. But we're wiggling through our seat. We're using our arms to twist our body, twisting our spine a little bit. Just getting some movement, and I'm trying to keep my back nice and tall, my spine nice and long. So I'm just getting a little twisting movement, and I'm not bending and leaning. I'm just twisting, just twisting. All right, you look great. Nice job. Let's keep going. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to take your hands and we're gonna interlock the fingers together, grab on tight, and reach my hand up overhead. Here I want you to reach as tall as you can, really stretching. You can use one hand to pull the other one a little bit taller. Really stretch, stretching. Perfect. Keep those arms up. And if you can, I want you to reach your head through and try to look at your belly button. There we go. It's definitely a different stretch than when your head is backwards. So you're doing great. Keep looking at your belly button. And if you can, I want you just to gently shake your head no. Those arms are up strong. I'm gently shaking my head no. Just no, no, no. I don't want sore muscles. I want to feel great. That's why I'm at Yoga with Mom class. Fantastic. Now I want you to take those hands. You're going to turn your palms, flipping them towards the sky, reaching tall, reaching so tall that those palms could touch the sun. There you go. And now I want you to stay firmly planted on your seat, but we're just gonna lean our body to the side, back to the center and to the side. There you go. To the right and up straight, to the left and straight, to the right, nice and tall, to the left, nice and tall. Very good. One more time. To our right, nice and tall, and to the left, nice and tall. Perfect. Now I want you to take those arms. I know they're getting very tired, but we're gonna flip our palms and put them on the back of your head. There you go. And here, I want you to keep your feet nice and planted on the ground. And I want to keep my elbows as far away from each other as possible, like they're opposite magnets. We're pushing away. Perfect. So let's gently roll ourselves down and then gently roll back up. I'm not trying to go too crazy and go all the way down to the ground. I just want to do a little bit of rolling so my core can feel it. And we're going nice and slow with nice controlled movement so that we're staying stable in our seat, keeping our balance, and being very mindful of our movement. Just keep folding. There we go. We'll roll down and up, down and up, and one more, down and up. Very nice. I want you to take your hands off. We're gonna shake them out, shake your arms. There you go. You did a lot of work on those arms. I'm proud of you. That was great. Perfect. Shake them out, 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 shake them out. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna move on to our legs. We're gonna start off with one of my favorite movements, which is marches. Marches are always fun. The important thing is getting those knees up nice and high. So one foot is planted firmly on the ground, the other knee comes up. And if you want to, you can hold on to your chair, to the side of your chair, or to your thighs. But I want you to be very careful that you're not leaning or swaying. I want you to stay firm and balanced and tall in your seat as you march. All right, you got this. So we're gonna keep marching. And if you're feeling good, you can pick up the pace and go a little bit faster, but don't go so fast that you lose your balance. It's not about going fast, it's about just doing it. Because any movement is better than no movement. So keep going. We're just gonna go a few more rounds. There you go. Remember to breathe, and if you need a drink of water, you can always take a break and have something to drink. Perfect. You look great. All right. Let's set both of our feet down on the ground, and we're going to keep holding onto the sides of our chair, or to our chair arms, or to our thighs. Whatever we need to do to keep our balance. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to step our feet up onto our toes. So I'm going to go from flat feet to on the tips of my toes, like I'm a ballet dancer. I'm putting on a pair of high heels. Up and down. Go. Heels go up and then they go down. Up and down. Up and down. Perfect. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and one more. Up and down. Perfect. Now I want you to take your knees and we're just gonna swing our legs back and forth, gently touching in the center. If you have very sensitive knees, you can always put a hand in between so that your knees tap your hand. But I want you to make sure you're very stable on your seat. So hold on to that arm or hold on to the chair, whatever you gotta do, whatever feels good for you. And I'm just gonna keep bopping my knees back into the center. My goal here is to get the knees out a bit to the side and work on my hip flexor, keeping my hips nice and moving. There you go. It's very important to be focusing on our health of our hips. There you go. So we're just gonna do a couple more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring the legs back to center. Perfect. So my knees are nice and bent here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my left leg planted and I'm gonna reach my right leg out. Perfect. I'm gonna touch my toes down and then kick out. Touch down, kick out. Touch down, kick out. And we're just gonna do this touching down and kicking out 10 more times. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Let's set that right leg down and we're gonna switch to our left. So I hold on to my chair and stay planted. Ready? Reach that left leg out and touch the toes down. Kick out, down, out, down. Perfect. We're gonna kick and down, kick and down. Wonderful. So I've got 10 more. 10, 9, down, 8, down, 7, down, 6, down, 5, down, 4, down, 3, down, 2, down, and 1 down. Very nice. I know it's a lot of work for our legs and it can be tough on our knees too, so good job. All right, let's see what we're gonna do next. For our next move, we're gonna do something a little bit fun. We're gonna bring our knees up to our chest. So for this, it can be a little bit tricky. So I want you to make sure you're nice and planted on your seat. Yes, you're very nice and strong. Hold on, or either hold on to our arms. And here, if you can, I want you to pick both of your knees up from the ground. And we're just gonna hold it. You can flex the feet, but we're just gonna hold. If it is too much for you to do, both of your legs at one time, that's all right. It is pretty difficult. You can pick up one leg and hold it for a few seconds, set it down, and switch to the other leg. There you go, set down. But if it feels good and you're feeling strong, have both those legs up, or do one leg at a time, and we'll just hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Set your feet down. Wonderful. You're doing a really good job. I hope you're feeling some of the burn. Great. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my hands to my heart center in prayer. And then I'm going to reach them up to the sky again. Really stretching tall. There you go. We've done a lot of work on our hips. And our back so far, we're doing really, really good today. I'm very proud of your work ethic and how much you've done. So keep on going. Hold those arms up. I want you to breathe in. Nice and tall. Nice and strong. You are doing wonderfully. One more big deep breath in. And then as you exhale, I want you to bring your hands back down to your lap. Wonderful. So now we're going to do one of my favorite things, which is a twist. I love twisting. It's always fun for your back. Feels great. Helps strengthen your core, which we all need that. So I want you to take your left hand, grab your right knee, and then I'm going to take my right hand and I can grab my chair or the back of my chair, or even just put it on the seat behind me. And if we can't reach that far, if it doesn't feel good, if it hurts the shoulder, you can always put it on your thigh too. But I really want to do is I want to push that left palm into my knee and just gently twist. Trying to look over my right shoulder. So I have a nice good reach. I'm going to reach to my chair, pushing into both of my palms, really twisting. And while you do this, you want to make sure you're keeping your back as tall and strong and long as possible. You really want to reach towards the ceiling. Nice and strong. Let's take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to make our way back to center. Very nice. And I'm going to take my right hand to my left knee. My left arm reaches behind me to the chair, or even to my thigh. And we'll slowly twist. Looking back over that left shoulder, sitting nice and tall. Twisting, twisting. There you go. Remembering to breathe nice and deep. Sitting nice and tall. All this movement you've done today is wonderful. You're really doing some great work. All right, one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're gonna come back to center. All right, you're doing really good. We only have a couple more minutes and then we'll be done for today. So the next thing I think we're gonna do, I want you to reach your arms out. There you go, nice and strong, really pulling your fingertips. They're reaching as far away from your shoulder blades as possible. Nice and strong. And I want you just to rotate your hands so that your palms face the sky. Perfect. Seems easy, but it's great muscles. We're working those rotation muscles in your shoulders. And then we'll flip those palms to the ground. Nice strong arms, palms to the sky. And palms to the ground. To the sky. And to the ground. Perfect. One more, to the sky. And to the ground. Perfect. Perfect. Now, I want you to take those hands, they're facing the ground. Keep your bottom seated nice and firmly on your chair. I want you to keep your arms pretty straight here and just reach over, slowly reaching down towards the ground. You're probably going to be reaching way in front of your feet. That's okay. Just try to keep those arms nice and straight. Really reaching down. The goal here is just to really stretch your low back. And by keeping those arms nice and straight, really reaching towards the ground, I really get a good stretch in my back. Perfect. And just be very careful of how you're sitting on your chair. All right, take a deep breath in, and then we're gonna round ourselves back up into our seated position. My arms are still out straight in front of me, and I'm gonna go down one more time. Nice straight arms, reaching down towards the ground, stretching long and strong out of my back.
Remembering to breathe. And if your chest is, or your stomach is laying on your thighs, that's fantastic. Just keep stretching those arms. Really stretch and give that back a nice workout. Very nice. All right. Now you're still sitting down. Your hands are reaching down towards the ground. I want you to bring them up to your head. So if you can, bring your hands to your head. We're going to interlace our fingertips behind our head. Hands are behind the head. And I'm going to roll up to seated. Perfect. So we're going to keep those arms on the back of our head. If we can keep our elbows out, that's great. But if we want to bring them in, that's also great. But here we're just going to do a few crunches down to our legs and up. Remembering to stay stable on our chair. Up, but getting some movement in our core, feeling nice and strong, working hard, stronger every minute. That's what we're here for. Every bit of movement makes us a little bit stronger than before. So we've got just a few more left, so stick with me. Keep being strong and tough. I'm proud of you for coming so far. You're doing a wonderful job today. All right, so we've got 3, and up, 2, up, and 1, and up. Perfect. I want you to release your hands. We're gonna bring the palms together on heart center. Perfect. All right, I want you to take a nice big deep breath in, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. You did a fantastic job today. Thank you so much for joining us at Yoga with Mom. I'm Jen. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again so soon. Bye.